TV exposure, he has not been overexposed. He has been intensely private, but his small circle of friends say he's been a very kind man.
He's been an incredible friend to me at a time when I saved a lot of money in Christmas cards because I was sick for a couple of years and all kinds of people just left. But Johnny called every week.
Joan Rivers began appearing on The Tonight Show in 1965.
Thank you for my first appearance on the show. Thank you for my career. Thank you for letting me guest host for you, because I would not be sitting here ever. They all thought I stank, and you were the first one to say you're funny. And thank you for that.
But even with their well-publicized estrangement, she thinks his career has been unparalleled.
It's a tremendous part of history, and that's lovely to have made your mark on an era like that.
Johnny helped make scores of other careers, and appearing on his show was the pinnacle for a comedian.
Pleasing him is what I like best, and those times when I pleased him most were the most memorable, when I did heavy damage in the parlance of the comedian.
We've laughed together and we've cried together, and I'm going to miss the crying.
And millions of others are going to be missing Johnny Carson's televised companionship.
He's gone to bed with me every night practically, you know, or I've gone to bed with him, let's put it that way. It's really great to have somebody you can count on, including counting on him not being there on Monday nights.
As he entered the stage last night, he was given a 4-minute ovation, and another as he left Studio One. It's a cliche to say it's the end of an era, but this really is.
I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.
We're back in a moment with Johnny's main man, Ed McMahon. But first, this is Today on NBC.
You have a kind of a goodbye message for us.
No, did we miss a couple here?
Even without his appearances on The Tonight Show, Ed McMahon would be one of the most recognizable faces in America. Tonight, he'll be stepping down from his post as faithful friend and sidekick to Johnny Carson and ending a 34-year-long on-air relationship. Ed's in our Burbank studios. Ed, good morning, and thanks for getting up with us.
I had to get up, Katie, because look at this. You may have already won $10 million.
No, Ed, no.
Look at this. Today Show.
Oh, it's to Mr. and Mrs.
I'll give you the
Today
money
Show?
on The Tonight Show.
Oh,
but you gotta hurry.
Sounds good to me, Ed. My goodness. Listen, getting back to The Tonight Show, Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon, it's like soup and sandwich, love and marriage, like Bogey and Bacall. What is it going to be like not working with Johnny anymore?
Oh, I'm going to miss that a lot. You know, we've been together. We did 4 years on a daytime show on ABC, and then we moved into The Tonight Show. So we've had 34 years together. That's half my life. And it's going to be something not to wake up, even though we work on a limited schedule now, 3 days a week. We have been. To wake up and realize I'm not going to go see Johnny today. I'm not going to go play with Johnny. It's going to be tough.
You're approaching your final show. How are you feeling today about that?
Well, I'm feeling very ambivalent. I'm happy in a sense that we're leaving on a high. We did it. It's behind me. It's history. It's 30 years of, I think, great entertainment. I was part of it. I was a support player. I'm very proud of that. So I feel good about that. I feel sad about the fact we just spoke about not having that playground anymore, not being able to go in and a ad-lib free-for-all with Johnny. To lose that. It's fun for me to sit there and not know what he's going to bring up and be able to handle him. I mean, I'd love that.
You have another question?
Yeah, no, you have a kind of a goodbye message for us.
No, did we miss a couple here?
No, I went right from 20 to 21. Well, and you've got kind of a goodbye message, something you're going to be doing later.
I thought we missed a couple of questions.
No,
are you sure?
No.
Well, Bob over here has some different cards.
I seem to have lost some of my cards.
Let's see here.
Why don't I look over here? Maybe I'll get an idea.
Yeah, why don't you?
How about Johnny? How is he feeling right now?
Well, I've seen a couple of teary nights. The night Burt Reynolds said, you know, you changed my whole career. You made me a big movie star. I got to thank you. And you can see Johnny just kind of glistening up a little bit. Every night, it seems, it's a little more. In other words, a feeling. Last night he got a standing ovation when he came out, which is proper, but then he got another one, you know, so it's like a funny feeling, you know, it's building and building, and tonight is going to be quite a night, I'll tell you. I think America is going to be very sad at the end of the show.
That is yours truly, leaning over there, and the skinny guy right behind me.
Yes.
If you see these two people, do not take any action yourself. But notify your local FBI office and...
Oh, that's unreal.
Is that incredible?
Do you ever resent the fact that you've always been sort of the second banana? Do you ever wish it were Johnny saying, "Here's Ed," instead of you saying, "Here's Johnny"?
No, listen, I'm an intelligent man, and I know how much more talent he has than I have. I couldn't do Karnak. I couldn't do Reagan. I couldn't do all these characters. I know where he is, and I know where I am. And I didn't mind being the second banana at all. In fact, I relish that role. I think it's a difficult role. Anybody who's ever tried it will tell you how tough that role is. To be there when needed and to be gone when not needed. And my mother used to say, children should be seen and not heard, an old Irish expression. And it's true. You know, if you don't have anything worthwhile to say, if you can't contribute, don't say anything. Get lost. And having that ability is something special, and I love it.
You're going to be very busy, I know, Ed, with your Star Search shows.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, it's very exciting because we're moving the location to Disney World in Orlando. Also, we're going to go 5 days a week now. We're going to go Monday through Friday, a half hour each day in prime access time, which is the time before prime time. In some cities, it'll be 6 o'clock or 6:30, 5:30, 7s. In New York, we're going to be on at 5:30, I believe. And it's wonderful because kids happen to love this show for some reason or other, and they'll be able to watch it. It's a good time for them to do their homework first, then they can watch Star Search, and then we'll be on Saturday.
Sounds exciting. Ed,
it is exciting.
Before we go, can you give me one of those Ed McMahon, yes?
Katie, you know how I feel about you?
What?
Yes.
How about one of those Ed McMahon belly laughs?
Well, that's hard to do.
You have to be spontaneous about that, and I don't have a joke for you.
No, but I'll do this. How about this? Here's Katie.
Ed McMahon, gosh, what an introduction. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to miss Johnny, and we're going to miss you as well.
I'll drop by and see you anytime.
Please do. Thanks, Ed. And we'll be back after this.
Tonight, witness television history and bid farewell to a living legend. It's Johnny's final Tonight Show on NBC.
Johnny Carson's 30 years as host of NBC's Tonight Show come to an end tonight, but there will be no special guests and the audience will be there by invitation only. Last night's final performance before a public audience was an emotional one from start to finish. Carson even joined final guest Bette Midler in singing Here's That Rainy Day. It's one of his favorite songs. But great stuff.
When Johnny Carson leaves The Tonight Show tonight, he's taking Doc Severinsen and the NBC Orchestra along with him. But Doc and the boys aren't breaking up the band, they're just taking it on the road.
It'll likely be a nice change of pace for the orchestra leader who's been appearing on this network since the early 50s. This morning we have the great pleasure of presenting a special number Doc did for us this week in Burbank. It's called The Bugle Rag, but you better watch out. It's one heck of a wake-up call. Woo! Wow. You know, many years ago, the legendary Fred Astaire wrote a piece of music for Johnny Carson. It's often used to sign off The Tonight Show. And as we sign off this morning, thanking Johnny Carson for the past 30 years and wishing all of you a pleasant Memorial Day weekend, we do so to Fred Astaire's music, played by Doc Severinsen and the Tonight Show Orchestra. On behalf of all of us here at Today, thanks, Johnny.